Yo, you know, we're back again. The Way the Keys at, boys. You know how we do. We've got a special guest today. We've got a couple of guests creeping in the background, but we ain't going to expose them too much right now. But yeah, no further ado, to my right, we've got my boy, my big boy, you know.
Big boy, Eli. No, I'm not going to say my name. Eli, 2036.
Mr. E.
It's Mr. E.
What's
What's up?
it?
What's up?
Oh,
we
it's
got-
a standard Ashwell, man. You know, I'm just here, man.
Standard, you know. You're not standard. Yeah, brother. Big chest when you talk on the pod, you know.
Standard Ashwell.
That's a standard, you know.
I'm back for the first time after about 5 years.
Yeah, it's been a while, isn't it?
Yeah.
Big T.
Yeah, what's up? It's Troy here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Troy, before we go into that, tell us who you are, like what you do. Why have we got you here other than you just being one of the guys?
Yeah. Well, like I say, thanks for having me on. It's been a while watching you guys grow and develop, and I've been trying to find a way just to kind of get in and just be me. Started off really light, doing some counselling courses, went and did my degree and just finished my master's. I'm about 18 months away from doing my PhD.
Love
so
that.
just here.
Love that.
Just here trying to be another positive black role model for the community that people can look up to and surpass at some point. Yeah, so...
Tell me what is, I work in education, but I've never actually thought about what is a PhD? How long does it take? What kind of level is that?
Boy, well, first off, there aren't many black people in the Ipswich community getting to that level. So there's a professor of psychology, or there's a doctor of psychology, and there's a doctor of like academia. So there's one more about research, and there's one more about kind of like applied psychology. So you can kind of think about what might be happening in communities, or you can kind of go into communities, see what's actually happening, and then start to write papers on it. And that's where you get your kind of your different PhDs from.
Okay.
So I guess for you, it'd be like thinking about music or thinking about production theoretically, and then writing research on it, or doing it and then writing research on it.
The difference is in music, I ain't getting paid off a PhD, am I really?
Well, there's a lot of benefits for PhD, whether you've got that title or not.
Be a teacher.
Yeah, I just want first class upgrade on planes. Just 'cause you got that
Do you get first place?
Well, you get at a reduced rate when you get that PhD level because you're a doctor. They want PhD, they want doctors, regardless of that profession, because they want to be like, is there a doctor on the plane? Whether or not you can resuscitate somebody, but they want.
What's they going to do? Talk you back to life.
But that's kind of like what there are so many perks that when you get to that kind of level.
I never flown first.
And plus, I just want to tell some teachers that if they say, "Oh, Mr. Shelton," I'm like, "Oh, that's Doctor. Yeah, that's Dr. Shelton."
And I love that, because a lot of people don't know, but I've done my counselling degree with Troy.
Did.
So yeah, and so I remember rocking up at my first class to do my counselling degree, and that I had walked in, and I saw Troy, and maybe there was one other black lady. What's it, Carol?
Caroline.
Caroline.
Yeah.
There's only 3 people in there, and we're a group of like 12, 30 people, and that was like, okay, so like firstly I felt comfortable because I knew Troy.
Yeah.
And to be fair, like at the time when I met Troy, we wasn't like close
No,
brethren
not at all.
or not at all.
I swear.
We were looking
sweating,
like,
bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
yeah. We
just walked in.
We'd be real. We walked in, I'm thinking, fuck's sake, who's this fucking guy in here? Like, we weren't brethren like that.
No,
And we probably like, we didn't hate each other because we had no reason to hate each other, but we were probably like an opposite of the lines, in a sense.
Definitely.
Like I came from Nacton, he came from like
Chantry,
whatever, and he didn't get all certain people. I didn't get,
Yeah.
but it was what it was.
But it's all love though. Throughout all of the people.
Love,
Yeah, all
throughout
love.
the people.
Yeah, we
So
shared
that was amazing. I found out I love education. So
Do you think T-Roy would make a good counsellor, Ashwell?
No.
Would you come sit down and see T-Roy in a chair and go,
but
he'd give you some advice like,
maybe
bury her under the drug?
Maybe. And you know what? And you know what? That's really funny to say, because during our studies and doing our conversations and our qualifications, I'd probably say that me, Troy, Lucy, Emma, don't know if you can blank these out or whatever, but those guys, we were probably the strongest candidates in there.
Yeah, 100%.
Because we had life experience and stuff. So for me, like how I'm talking on the pod is not how I talk. You know, you have to adapt to your
Knock
lanes.
that over in a minute, bro.
No,
100.
you have to,
100 years.
shut up, man.
That's
You have,
gonna fly.
you have to adapt to your lanes. So yeah, that didn't work. But I do you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say this, Troy. I remember me and you built a proper strong relationship. Yeah, we talked about deep stuff. Like I'm talking about your father, my mother. Like we opened up to a point where, like, you know, it was to the point we broke down to tears.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah,
Let's be
yeah.
real. Emotionally, we broke down. Like
Yeah, that was-
as grown men, it was crazy. Like I'm crying in front of you, you crying in front of me, whatever it was. Yeah, that was deep. Yeah, but I always remember.
That's when T-Roy quit after that. He's like,
No, CT,
When I woke up, I went home, I was like, damn, man.
he done seen it all.
He got me.
He done seen it all.
Start punching the walls and shit. Start punching the walls at home and I'm thinking, nah, man, nigga got me.
Troy, that's
I should skin a tea like, yeah.
That's it. That's how Troy got all these other jobs. You know what? They're like, what qualifies you to do this job? I broke T right now. They're like,
Broke that nigga. I broke him.
Fine.
Nah, but on the real, like we had some deep conversations. And the thing is, with counselling, when you do a counselling degree, you have to have counselling yourself as part of the as part of the requirements. So you have to have counselling yourself. You have to have X amount of hours and stuff like that.
What does that look like?
Ashwell, you're thinking you're good. You're thinking, nah, I'm blessed. All of a sudden you're crying. All of a sudden you're angry. All of a sudden your emotions are running wild. Like Troy can probably explain a bit more because he's
Gone on.
yeah, he's gone deeper and he's divulged into more than that I've gone into. But honestly, it's insane. I believe that everybody in this world should have counselling.
So
I really do.
And I guess to answer that and then to kind of go on top of what T-Roy's saying, it's and what I also want to do is just champion what you guys also do for like exposing, you know, putting in front of the camera like mental health, well-being. You already do that, and I don't want to kind of just make it about one thing, but exposing yourself, being vulnerable in the safest sense to somebody that's going to be able to hold what you're saying, allows you to kind of soften those kind of like sharp edges for yourself, which then gives you an opportunity to walk out, flex, chest out, and just be more authentic to the person you are. So we had to expose ourselves. We had to give ourselves
Massively.
up to a process that allows us to have more capacity for other people's like pain points and stuck parts in their life. So yeah, that's
We was in a room, like, first of all, we was in a room with like 14 people, 12 people, and we was only two black guys in there. And I'm not saying that colour made a massive thing about it, but Troy come in one day. And me and Troy, like I said, we said at this point we were from two opposite ends, whatever it is, and we started talking. We started like building a
was
relationship.
that the 12 years a slave day?
Yes. Oh my! And we became best friends. We became best friends. Didn't we?
Yeah.
We became best friends. Like we literally, we even out.
12 years a slave? What? They don't
Listen,
do our slavery in there?
No. It was a hard. It was a hard day. It was a hard day. So I'm explaining to you what it was. Yeah. So he came in. He was angry one day, and before we start our college course, we have a little thing. It's a little circle. The whole people around
It's
it.
like a process.
It's called group. Get my drink.
I can see it.
Somewhere else.
It's called.
He has been watching that glass.
It's called. You get nervous. You get nervous. It's called group process. Yeah. So what a group process is, before you start the lesson, you basically express how you feel, whatever it is. Yeah. I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, cool. So I've had a bad weekend, or whatever. It's baby mother. Whatever, blah blah, yeah. And I'm no.
It's not funny, but just the conversation.
I can't remember.
It's coming off.
I can't remember what it was. Yeah, but it was one of them ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Troy came into the room, and Troy goes, I'm sitting there, I'm looking at him, he's just shaking his head like this. My coming in, he goes, I hate everybody in there.
What?
I was
This is Troy. He's angry. He goes, I hate everybody in this room right now. God, I don't like you, don't like you, don't like you, don't like you, don't like you. And I'm thinking, bro, this man's come in just literally threw a bomb in the middle of the room, like whatever. and then they'll go. Then someone said to him like, Troy, like, why you like you're never like this? Like your attitude is normally calm, relaxed, blah blah blah. So why are you feeling like this? So Troy goes. So he told his stories. He goes, I went to the cinema, me and my baby mother, or his wife, should I say, right now. So I'll take that back, his wife. And he goes, went to the cinema and I watched 12 Years a Slave. Yeah, and he's watching the movie and that, yeah, and he's chilling and watching the movie and obviously it's a deep movie because it's about your color, your heritage and that, yeah. And people are laughing and joking. Like, I'm a man getting whipped and that, laughing. All these people are laughing and joking in the cinema, laughing, joking, whatever else is like a mad thing, yeah. So, cut a long story short, the movie is a very good movie. We've all seen it, yeah. It's a good movie. It portrays the history and what it is. But obviously, as a black person, you walk out the cinema, and if it's all good, you walk out the cinema, man opens the door, or a lady opens the door, goes, oh yeah, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for your people. And he's like, what? And she goes, oh, you know, and basically, as he's walking out the cinema and going for the cinema, this person's like, yeah, you know, trying to apologize to him about the slavery. I feel sorry for you because you're black. And the worst thing is him and his girl are two black people in the whole cinema at the moment.
That was hard. That was hard.
Whatever. So this man is like thinking, what? You feel sorry for me? That's not me. That's not whatever.
Yeah.
And whatever. So like, he's obviously, I don't know. I don't know how he was feeling.
It was the Rocky complex or the Rocky Kung Fu you know, like when you watch like Rocky or you watch like a martial arts film and you come out and you just want to fight everyone. You think you're gassed.
Yeah.
That's how it was. But because it was such a negative charge, it was a Saturday night and I had to come out there and I had to hold it. So the next thing I do is I just see like a whole room and I'm like, oh, this is not. But you've got to just bring yourself in. You've got to be really vulnerable and say that it was not a nice weekend. It was not a nice weekend.
I experienced him.
How did that go down there? How did people
I
react to that?
experienced him in the group and it was mad. Like it was. I understood it because being a black man, like I can imagine
You had to watch
being
Roots in school and then go play with everyone at playtime.
and watch that. And the thing is, like, he was just in his emotion because literally, like, he watched it Saturday night. And a Sunday morning, he was in the class, so it was fresh.
Yeah, no decompression.
And no decompression. So that spot, the group analysis is like just where you can express yourself before you get into class. So if you got anything issues, like whether you're upset with a relationship or you're angry, you kind of throw it out there and then you do it. But then a few people didn't take it. Wow, they're like, hold on, I ain't done that to you. Hold on, and it was just like, right. And honestly, yeah. It was like man threw a bomb in the room. There's a couple of people who just try to compare their feelings to his feelings. Like, hold on, as a counsellor, as like you don't know that you're trained. You can't be like, well, okay, I'm white, you're black. Like it's not about that.
Yeah.
Let him be in his feelings.
Yeah.
And I remember somebody turned around and said like, yeah, but I feel the same way as you because I'm gay and I get the same feelings as you and whatever else it is. And brother, that's just people need to understand where we're going from. And it was blessed after that. Like, you know,
I'm glad you remembered that though. That was
powerful.
But I think for me,
that made me in my life. That changed a lot for me.
And you know what? I think that is for me that's the power of being able to like be in a space that's safe.
Yes.
And let that out.
Yes.
And it be held. And yeah, people are going to have a reaction, but when they can kind of respond to it in kind and be like, cool. Do what
and
you
that
got
too,
to do.
who she was, I can't remember her name, but she shut it down. It was powerful. That 2 weekends was
What about
powerful.
this version of T-Roy? Could you have therapy with this version right now?
We know T-Roy.
No.
We have deep conversation. We sit down and we have really deep conversation. So it's not like we don't. So when we come together and we want to talk about something really, really deep and we just talk about these deep conversation, we know it's safe within that kind of space. But to say have therapy is completely different, isn't it? Kind of thing.
That energy.
Yeah, that energy is in the room. That energy is in the room. When we're having like deep conversation, that energy is in the room. Yeah, so it's all that energy can be in the room. Like no matter depending on what the situation is. So in certain contexts, yeah, we can just sit there and just have deep conversation, and we know it's not going to be a laugh and joking matter until when we have finished that conversation. Then someone will break a joke, and then do you know what I mean? Change the dynamic of the room. So it's just have a positive energy. But we can have these conversation. But you're saying having therapy. That's a bit more. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I do, and I think it's really important that you find someone that matches not your energy, but someone that can hold and contain that energy, decompress it. Let some of that gas out, allow you to kind of do what you need to do, and then try and rebuild it in a way that makes sense for you. So you're not just going there and just letting off steam.
Yeah.
You've got to do something with that. Otherwise, it's not therapy. It's just, you might as well take you behind.
Do you find it hard? Did you have to, and T-Roy as well, did you have to relearn how to have conversations? Because naturally, as humans, we want to tell people we're engaged. And like, my thing is, I'm always going, but that kind of stops the flow of conversation sometimes. And there must be other bits too.
I think it's about, that's why your own personal therapy comes into it. Because if somebody says something, then it could be trauma, it could be the loss of a friend or a family member or a child or whatever it is. And if that hits something, like if you haven't done the work, you are automatically you're automatically in that pool with
I'll be like, in therapy, they're going to look at me like, well, you can't say that. You know what I mean? When you hear something, you react.
Yeah, you're automatically in it. And you can't take the humanness away out of it. But what you do is you kind of say, look, I've identified this as something that I need to go away and work on. Or I need to kind of let that air out, because it's not your session, it's their session. Yeah. So they're paying for their time to be kind of analysed. You don't want to bring yourself in too much so that you're overshadowing it and going, listen, I know how you feel. You can have empathy, you can share on a road, but you can't be in the same lane as them. You can say, look, I get a sense of this from my own perspective, but I'm here for you. And then you take that back and you're like, this is what I need to work on today because it's stopping me from seeing my clients and stuff like that. Yeah.
How many years have you put into along this path so far?
When did we start? Was that 2012?
Yeah.
2000?
No. I'm trying to think. It must be
12, 13?
2012, 13.
Yeah, so
13 years ago, bro.
13 years of experience and learning.
Yeah.
Are you a bit worried that AI might take some of your clients away?
No, I'm not. And the reason why I'm not is because I've already got clients that use AI when they're not with me in the interim. Yeah. But the one thing, because it's the pattern recognition is designed, I don't like calling it AI. Yeah. I call it like pattern recognition. Okay. Because it's designed to find things out there to kind of make you well, keep you well. I mean, you can set it up to challenge, and that's the prompt. But when you're working with a human designed to kind of have ethics and values and morals and their own history, you cannot replicate that.
No, you can't. And I agree. Like for me, you can't replicate that. You can't.
You can't bring the history of the conversation into an AI like platform in order for them to be curious about it, to think about it, and then to bring that into the conversation as well. I think it's a great tool. Yeah. You know, it's the same with music. You know, when people thought that like synthesizers were gonna like ruin music. Yeah, they were gonna take away the freestyling of, you know, what people could do. And then when they came to like sequences, they were like, oh, this is going to ruin music. Well, not everyone said that. Some people embraced it, like Timbaland. Timbaland embraces AI. Yeah. Nobody can mimic what he is capable of, what he has done, and what he can potentially do. Yeah. You might have I think even a pattern recognition could say, well, based on what he's done, this is what he's likely to go. But his influence just is so vast that there's no way that...
Is there a new human experience though? I would argue that there's not.
Well,
every experience that we've had, another human's had something.
That is a new experience, AI experience.
So if that's happened, then AI eventually inevitably is going to learn every experience.
Well, I think that's the thing, because that's soul. That's our internal soul that allows us to kind of develop that creation. What pattern recognition, what AI is doing, is just taking what's already out there and just looking at it from a 1 and a 0. It's not looking at it from any other. It's not looking at it saying, well, this makes me feel this way, so I'm going to be inspired by that. So the human experience that they get that makes Ed Sheeran want to copy Marvin Gaye, allegedly,
and Bob Marley and TLC,
and also
it can't be replicated.
It can't, but also like our bodies and our reactions and our lifestyles and our times and whatever, like how when we grow, we become different beings. I'm not the same being I was when I was 10 years old, 12 years old. So we are
Evolving.
developing and evolving in a different way. So until we evolve, so how can AI evolve above for us? Because AI is, let's be real, it might. Well, I'm not a scientist, but for me, AI only can replicate what has already been done.
But think about this from the perspective of someone who maybe is on a lower budget, can't afford Troy or someone else, and thinks maybe I just need a little bit of help, not all of the help.
Yeah.
They might be more likely to pay £20 a month for a specialist AI,
They might
who
be.
might help them half the way and they feel better.
Okay.
They might not feel as good as...
And for me, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Could
It's
you
about balance.
Could you live your lives like just on social media? Could you come home, or could you wake up in the morning
No.
and just look on and just see what everyone else is doing and feel content in your life?
No.
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 Then there will
I would
always
need-
be a
I would
need
need
for,
human presence.
for human connection.
But
Yes.
I will counter that with the young people probably could, who
Well,
doesn't know any different, because
way
it's
the
a bit
world's
scary
moving.
to live real life for a lot of these young people. They're all of them have got anxiety of meeting people.
So and
I
the,
don't know
re-
if
and
they
All
ever
of them, a lot of them.
so the reason, one of the reasons for that is because, okay, think about a child. So when a child comes out of the mum, what's the first thing that most people do? What do they do with the child?
We'll put them on the mum
Why do they do that?
connection.
They do it to
Nurture.
regulate. They do it to regulate the heartbeat,
Right.
generate oxytocin. The child feels soothed and safe. Helps to calm that baby down. That's the whole premises of all connection. So if you've got, people, young people nowadays feeling like they can live their life on social media and then they feel anxious, it's because that natural connection, that natural biochemical that's being released, nothing's happening to it. So therefore they do feel that. So nothing can beat human connection, because two bodies are designed for it.
Yep.
Yeah, our nervous system is designed to be soothed by other people.
And I just agree with what Eli said, because like you said, like some people want to be this. I don't think they are. I think they're forced to do this because most parents, not all, they're kind of like, okay, cool. They're nurturing the kind of communication with the family and whatever, the playthings. Like, nah, when kids are first born, they make a bad noise. Let's give them a dummy to be quiet.
That's what I
let's
do.
give them let's give them an iPad. Let's give them this, because the iPad is interactive, watching certain cartoons, whatever else. So the interaction and them being like introvert and that is not down to the child. It's down to their upbringing, and also like the upbringing situations, not always because the parent can't be asked. Like, you gotta go out and work, you gotta go out and pay bills, you gotta go out and do this. So like,
Come back home tired.
tired, all that kind of stuff. I get that, but kids are not born to like, oh my god, I want AI.
The average parent spends less than half an hour with their child a day.
Yeah, mad.
Damn.
Yeah,
You guys are all right. You guys are parents.
mad.
What's a reasonable age to give a child a phone? You think?
I think first year in high school. That's my opinion.
My daughter got her phone year 7, day 1.
Yeah, year 7.
What about you? We've got daughters the same age.
Yeah,
so-
yeah, same name as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter got hers in the last 6 months of, last 4 months of primary school.
Perfect.
Because I needed her to be responsible enough.
Yep.
So when she got to high school, it wasn't like this new toy that she
Yes.
was just going up and just
I
being
think mine
reckless
was the
with.
same.
So I needed her to kind of lose the fad. And plus, young people are more in touch now. So she's still in a group on her WhatsApp.
Yeah.
That's the only social media she has is WhatsApp. She's in a group with her year 6 leavers.
Yeah,
group.
yeah.
So that's it. So
Perfect.
I
Mine was
wouldn't
the
have-
same.
No earlier than that. But to be fair, on the shared iPad, the only people she can contact is like her cousins. So it's not like she can go and access anything. Everything's locked down. Everything's shut down.
Yeah.
But to kind of frame everything that I'm hearing, and this is what I do. I take it all and then I kind of summarize it. It's the human connection. The thing that keeps us all happy and safe is the thing that I offer to any of my clients on a one-to-one.
Yeah.
The thing that they kind of miss, that they don't get. I'm like now, between November, maybe March, April, most therapists will just be having the most busiest schedule because everyone's hibernating.
Yeah.
Everyone's hunkered down, not trying to go out. People feel that loss of connection, like May, June, July, August, whatever.
Yeah,
everyone's out,
everyone's
everyone's
out, you don't
bouncing.
see people
They can
out,
just
yeah.
open the window, they can open the door, just get
Lights, you know,
sun,
you can just sit in their
energy,
garden
vitamin
for
D.
it,
They're blessed, they're good. When that goes, like I felt it this year as well. When that sun drops, everyone just But yeah, just to kind of like
That's when I have a good time. When the sun's gone and it's winter time, Ashwell, I'm
What?
enjoying myself.
Huh?
I'm in the house. No one ain't bothering me. I'm productive.
Different, you
In
know.
the summertime, you can't be productive like that. It's like
What?
9 o'clock. People are like, you common sense, son. Like,
Yes, that's
nah,
productive.
nah, nah.
Summertime is the
This
best.
brother.
It's dark, so I
This
can
brother,
stay
man.
home.
This brother.
It's different, I tell you.
This brother.
I enjoy the sun and some of the sun and that, yeah. But
Some of the sun.
Some of the sun.
but I enjoy my time more
That's
than all
gonna
that.
get
I
black.
just like being by myself. I like being by myself. I enjoy
you
it.
do. So in
I don't
terms-
answer my phone.
I'm good. I'm
All them
good being
things, 'cause
by
I just
myself.
like
I'm
my
quite
own
good
time.
being
But you
by
can text him.
myself, to be honest
You
with
can
you.
call this brother.
He don't
Never
answer.
responses.
Man,
I
you
will.
rub it.
I'll
You see the
respond
call,
on a
look at it
day,
and go,
a day or 2
yeah, I
days.
can't bother
Oh,
not
honestly,
today.
it's
Not because I
frustrating.
don't like anybody. It's just because
frustrating.
I just.
He's
I've always been
frustrated,
told, like, when your phone rings, that you can choose to talk to the person.
And rightly so. Yeah, boundaries are great. I think setting boundaries for yourself is great.
Brother,
But if it comes,
boundaries is different, yeah? This man blank you for a week.
Yeah.
Then call you back a week later.
Honestly.
Nah, that's
You
not
know, someone call you
blanking.
back a week later. You
He's the
forgot what you
worst.
called him for,
Nah,
innit?
it's not
worst.
blanking. It's not
Shit, I
blanking.
can't remember, you know? What did I
ain't
call
that.
you for?
I get agitated really easily, and I don't want to respond to people being agitated. That's why I don't. Really,
why?
I don't do it to each other.
No,
therapy.
Yes. Listen. No.
I'm glad you done that.
Let me just. So I only do it like on a deep level when I'm getting paid. Like that's my profession.
Yeah.
So when when I'm curious, I'm just like, why?
I don't know why. I just like my time. I just like my own time. I like my own little space. I know everyone
I
does.
do.
Everyone
I do.
does,
I do in
but,
that sense. I do like my space.
What did you get from that, though?
I don't know. It's all, I've always been like that. Even when I was a kid, I used to like my own space. So
I hear that,
growing up
but-
in Jamaica, I have enough cousins.
Cousins,
Yeah, so you got like
Yeah.
20 people in the whole complex of one house. So I try and go away to a room and I just chill.
Okay,
And I just sit there, lay
That's
there, just
interesting.
think about stuff. I don't know.
fine.
It's just something I've always
So
used to.
what fulfillment or what did you get from that? You taking yourself away
That
from
space.
the
It's just getting away from the space, the noise.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Just getting away from the noise.
The
'Cause
noise.
there's times I want a noise around me and there's times I don't. So this is just finding that balance. All it is life is about balance, isn't it? So finding that balance that I think works for me. So if it's too much and I just remove myself, I just go, all right, I'm
This
fine.
is why
and
we're
just have my
having this
space.
trouble that we talk about the other day about compromising women and all that because you got too many restrictions on your own time.
Well, I think there's something about
Look,
like
he knows it as well. He's like, oh, it's all clicking now. That
There are-
makes sense.
not everyone has got the same. Not everyone has got the same social battery. So some people have got like a really small battery, and then when it's charged, it's like they don't need it to be like plugged in anymore. They have to go away, and they've got like battery health on a phone. You can't always have your phone charged because it will ruin the phone. And it's the same with human beings. Like we have to kind of we know when we're at full max, or we know where it's just enough, and then we kind of let it go down. And when we feel like we need people, we plug ourselves back in. And when there's too much, we're gone. Yeah, and I think that's completely healthy. But you've got to name it. If you're just reacting off like, nah, I can't deal with this, and especially if it's involving a female as well, you've got to be able to communicate, not just on a social level, you've got to communicate on a psychological level, because they don't speak a language on a social level. You've got to speak to the heart, brother.
Yeah.
you got to speak to the heart, and when the heart feels soothed, then that means that everything's good.
look,
I'm not trying to.
No.
This is zero tolerance, man. Zero tolerance.
I've got a zero tolerance.
You have.
These are things I got
Z
zero
team,
tolerance.
Z
I tell you
Do
what-
you not think tolerance level is high? Like I know.
Ashwell,
Zero tolerance level would have been gone in my situation.
if you was in a Street Fighter game, you know, and you pick your
What are you
characters.
pulling me out for, brother? I'm
looking at me.
just hearing it. I'm just here, brother.
I say Ashwell's
Go on.
characteristics, right? It would be tolerance low,
Yep.
loyalty max,
Yep.
respect max.
Yep.
Like Ashwell lives on his word and it never changes. Like to a fault sometimes, I think.
Yeah, that is.
And I think that's
you know
you.
the J. Cole song, "Pride is a Devil."
Yeah,
Pride is a
I resonate with that song so much
Yeah.
because I know there's I'm a person of pride. So
But can you feel it when
once
it's
you
wrong?
break,
You just carry on.
yes. Once you cross the line, that song resonates with me so much because it's like that's how I am. It's like that when he says pride is the devil, I get it because I'm because I know I stay. So if you get to a point when I'm irritated, I'm just gonna be like, all right, cool. I'm telling you I'm irritated, and you're still irritating me. That's
But
it.
Do you know
Like,
do you know why you stand on your
that-
business
me-
of pride and your
I don't know.
Why is your you've got a narrative and a story about why your pride, why your story is so important to you, yeah?
Yeah.
What about your tolerance? What is the narrative around that?
I don't.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
So
so-
it's like when you know it
Yeah.
and you can say it, if you can express that to somebody.
But okay, so for me, yeah. So like let's put it in a. If I'm speaking to you and I'm saying to you, okay, you're saying this is the issue. I'm saying, okay, let's resolve it this way, or let's try and resolve it. And I'm giving you X, Y, and Z ways of resolving it. And you then can't. You're then still don't want to choose any of these options I'm giving you. Because these are all reasonable options. There's not like I'm not going out of the box to give you any options that's not valid.
'Cause
Yeah,
you say they're
that's
reasonable.
no.
Yeah. You say reasonable.
In my opinion, yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't want to do that. They feel like they can. A person may feel like they want to resolve it this way.
Yeah.
Okay, we've just tried your way. It's not working. So let's try resolving it a different way. And we're still doing the same repeat process. I'm gone.
Okay.
I don't have the energy for it no more.
So I guess where you're meeting them is you're meeting them in a very cognitive space. You're trying to like cognitively sort it out because what you believe is maybe
Yes.
if they can do it, if they can resolve it cognitively, there'll be more space for them to kind of feel differently. I'm in a space of right. Well, let's validate where you are, how you feel about it, because if you feel stuck, it doesn't matter whether you know the truth or not, because if that was the case, most people would just know the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But it's about how they feel about it. And most men aren't allowed to dig that deep into their feelings. So they have to go into more of a stoic place, do it. And then if they've got time to kind of check in on how they feel, they will. But most of the time, because the problem's solved, they're like, yeah, cool, no harm, no foul. But if you're, like I say, if you're working with a female, if you're working with someone that's more into their feelings, and they will tell you, I feel this. I feel like I can't do it. You can't tell them what you think should happen.
Yeah, I get it.
You've got to first soothe that feeling.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's just wrong.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
You sure?
Like I said,
Massive.
It's
I get it.
yeah, I pride is I'm very. I don't know how I am. I'm very like how I am. I don't know what to say. I ended the relationship because they gave me an ultimatum. Don't give me an ultimatum. I don't like stuff like that. Don't tell me. You
Sounds
can't
like you
give.
do.
You can't give me an
Hey,
ultimatum.
you gave them an
No,
ultimatum,
they
didn't you?
give me one.
But you
You
said
gave them what?
No. I didn't give them an ultimatum. I said these are the option of how we can resolve it.
Oh, make them.
Why is it
That's
got to be
ultimatum.
that's more than that's not ultimatum. That's options.
No compromise.
Yes, Eli.
You've
No,
got your-
like
you've got
like
your
I said,
threshold
this
of
is
tolerance,
This. Like
what you
if
take.
exactly, if me and you are friends and you done something to me and I give you, you don't get no more than 3 chances with me.
Yeah, Ash was raw, bro.
You get
Raw.
3 chances with me and
He's
then I'm
raw,
done.
he's
And,
raw,
and I mean
he's
it,
raw.
and I'll hold that boundaries like.
He holds that.
And I'll
Forever.
hold that boundary.
Forever.
I'll sponsor it
So-
all day. Yeah.
Really? I'm surprised that you, well, personally or professionally?
Both.
Really?
But I'll put my professional hat on and say, I think it's important for people to have like spontaneity, the ability to kind of say, you know what, I'm going to try and do something different, but also an awareness of how much they're trying to change for themselves and for somebody else. And boundaries are incredibly important. I always say, don't confuse peace with quiet. Like
Yeah.
the difference between someone avoiding things and thinking that that's peace. That's not peace. That's just avoiding putting boundaries in place. When you put boundaries in place, nobody can touch you because you've said like, if you're going to come over here, this is how it's going to be for me, and you're not going to disturb that. So when you put boundaries in place, say, look, if you're not going to be prepared to do this or this and this, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and if you don't like it, I'm out. And maybe that's what I heard. So I think what I don't want to do is I don't want to professionalize everybody. I think when people come into seeing into a therapeutic space, I don't want them to think that they're going to get the same outcome that everyone else has got. It's like you've got to work with what their energy is. You've got to work with the culture. You've got to work with how they've scripted their lives, and you just mold it into a space that makes them feel like that they've made a good decision and it's clean, and it's not like, you know what, I could have done that or I should have done that. They can kind of get rid of those demons and whatever else is in there, and they're like, yeah, that's cool, and then you can justify it, you can express it. So when somebody says, oh, why'd you do that? It's like, my reasons are this.
Yeah. Is your household, what's your household like? Because you've been in a long relationship, you've got kids. And I know when I do, you know, at work, you do like little CPDs and that. I do little CPD and come home and I'm a professional. I start looking around the house and being like, the fridge shouldn't be, you should put these on the top of the fridge because they told me in my health and safety course, this is not the way. I start, you preaching it because you think you know better, so you're going to help everyone. That must be hard.
It is hard, because the one relationship that gets scrutinized the most is my relationship. So I'm always looking and thinking, is that right? Is that right? What am I picking up? Are these signs? You know, is something going on? Like, but what I always do is I hit it before it even becomes a thing. What's going on? Do we need to talk about it? You know, what are the things that are worrying you right now? How can we resolve it? You know, pit stops.
Yeah.
Professional drivers have pit stops. When they feel a little something in the engine, right, take it in. Let's put it through the computer. Oh, everything's good, fine. And then they can keep going. If you're not doing that, then all you're doing is just waiting annually for an MOT, and then they tell you it's expensive, and then the car's got to be like scrapped. So it's like, if you can do that more frequently, more regularly in a relationship, then it's like, imagine servicing your car like every quarter. Like every 3 months. Your car would be nice. Expensive, but it'd be nice. But that's the thing, like maintenance. If you can do things often and frequent, then you've got a good relationship.
But if I'm not saying your partner's like this, but I can imagine partners that would be exhausted by that.
She is.
I think I'd be exhausted.
She is exhausted. But to be fair, like, relationships are hard work. You don't get,
in general.
Yeah.
No matter who you are.
You don't get to, you know
general,
what?
bro.
Choose your hard work. You know, if you want to go into the gym and you want to be good, you've got to put the work in.
Yeah.
Every single muscle, you know, what are you trying to do? You can't just go in there and just do deadlifts and think the whole thing's going to be great.
Yeah.
No, you've got to work specifics, and you've got to do it frequently. And when you miss, you feel it. You feel it. So it's like, of course she's going to be tired, but I do this all the time. I'm tired too. I think that the reason, think about like top producers or top artists or top athletes. The reason why they are the top, because they recognize the standard that needs to be maintained in order to maintain that level. And not everyone is able to get there. And it's the same with a relationship. If you understand the hard work that has to go into it, you will have an effective relationship. And some people are just like, you know what? I'll just let my relationship get to that bad point and then I'll work on it. It's like, no, that has to. I always say, like, when someone says, oh, what's your passion? I always say, my relationship.
Really?
Standard. It's the first thing, because I've got to put the effort into that. Because that's the person that I chose.
Sorry, I got to cut that really out of the podcast when I get trouble.
You know, the really?
So, you know, cut that part.
Play that.
Jesus
Real
Christ.
talk, like, it's the thing I chose. It's the thing I work at more than anything. It's the thing I'm like, because this is the thing that's going to sustain right now my happiness for me, my future, for my kids. And if I'm not putting that effort in, what am I trying to do? I've just got a flashy car and I'm just ragging it. It's like,
I felt I was doing that.
There you go, player.
I agree. Troy, I agree with you. Like, your relationship has to be
that's the passion
your
for
focal
me.
point, because, like, and I think Eli, like, I think sometimes, like, you're when you're thinking relationship's not just you and your girl. Relationship is the broad horizon of, like, your friendships, your family, whatever. Your relationship has to be solid. There has to be a cohort, like, because if you, like, I don't know, maybe me, I'm looking at things and I'm thinking, do you know what? I don't need nobody. I can just go and do my thing and get to this kind of point where it is.
Probably could.
But you can't, bro.
No, you could. It would be different, but you probably could.
I don't think anyone can.
No?
I don't think you can.
Anyone could what, sorry?
To
Like, go off on their own and achieve happiness.
achieve happiness. I think you need relationships.
I think you could. I think it would look different, but I think you could.
I'll let you guys know.
I think you being a lonely person.
You know what? I you know, with some of the, I'm privileged to work with some, like, really exceptional people, and some very wealthy people, and the one thing that they always crave is the kind of communication and connection with somebody else.
Yeah.
It's not like it's fleeting and it's short lived to have somebody that they can just like come in, do what they need to do, and then they go. It's like it's the connection is not frequent. It's not it's not attachment.
Yeah.
Frequency and proximity. You need somebody that you can be with frequently and depending on how close you want them.
Yep.
You can. I don't think it's humanly possible to live your life solo.
You can't. And even like, on top of relationships,
I actually think that you would. I think that you would die.
yeah, you would.
Really?
There was a test.
Yeah.
I think there was a Romanian orphanage, and it's crazy. But what they did is they starved some of the children of no connection,
Oh, I thought you were going to starve them. Like
like of no
natural,
contact, no contact at all, and those infants died. It's the Romanian kind of baby like research. It's like it's massive. The brain shrank. The heart wasn't able to kind of. The nervous system didn't have the ability to connect with anyone.
Wow.
They died. What do you think? Like a lot of parents or a lot of couples, when one person passes away, the other one passes with them. They're like,
soon after.
it's
heart.
because their whole body
give up.
has
Also,
gone
look at the people. There are some people who you know are quite lonely, and they're always a bit loopy, aren't they?
Yep.
Like they are.
100%.
Think about people from school.
Yep.
Yeah?
Snap, yeah.
They've been lonely for decades, and they are like, I'm God
Yeah.
type people, and
Yeah.
very not with it.
omnipotent. Yeah, because they're in a world of their own. But when they can meet somebody that's equal to, it kind of it's called there's two types of nervous systems. One's called the sympathetic nervous system, and one's the parasympathetic. So to kind of school it, it's like when you're angry or anxious or whatever, somebody coming in, sympathetic nervous system, regulates your heart, regulates your breathing, your eyes, whatever. And the other one is a bit that gets you up and angry and like whatever to do what you need to do. And that's your parasympathetic, that kind of shortens your breathing, that kind of rushes your blood to your organs so you can do something. We need both of those systems running. If not, our bodies just don't know what to do. Breaks down, shuts down.
So no one's having no robot girlfriends, then you don't think? Because that stuff's starting to happen out in some of the countries like China.
What I do.
Madness, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, China, they've got the problem where they haven't got enough.
Actually, tell me where China, what.
Go back to my family then, yeah?
Yeah,
come.
But there's a shortage of women in China,
Yeah.
right? So they've got this like kind of
That's that one baby
epidemic of
growth,
not
yeah.
having enough. So they're looking for other ways to have intimacy and connection.
I wouldn't call it intimacy. Intimacy is shared between two people.
Can't be shared between person and
No.
No, I
Thing?
think that's
There has to be a physical, like a
that's a human experience.
exchange.
human exchange. Yeah.
I think it's a process. It's interpersonal.
Yeah.
Would it be a good thing if, and you know, we're always inventing stuff, right? If in 5 years they came up with a way to truly be intimate with this inanimate object,
No.
would that be a good thing? Because so lonely people.
Brother,
can have,
let,
I'm saying
Then
they
it's-
found a way
then
to
it's
make
not
it a
human.
human.
no.
They have. It's
'Cause
called humans.
That's not. It's not though. It's
No.
not because that energy, that like that actual like physical, spiritual like feeling, brother. Like, listen, like it's mad. Like when you go with a
can't beat
gal,
that. I understand. You
when you
can't
go with a
beat
gal,
that. You can't
even when
beat
you lips it, you just feel.
Eli's
"Rah,
going off
I'm
that
ready.
program.
Like,
That show
you
is
can't.
humans.
You
Yes.
can't.
That's what he's going with.
Nah.
I know he's going with that.
I'm not
like
going
humans.
to
Just think
business.
about it.
I'm not going to AI business. No robotics.
What
That's
is
not
it?
happening,
What is
bro.
it that's trying to be created? Just a more kind of advanced version of what we already are.
Yeah.
So take away the kind of the I don't know, the old age or the pulling of hamstrings or whatever. All they're trying to do is just make humans like
Total recall.
immortal. They're just,
Total
trying,
recall,
they're just
bro.
trying to make humans immortal.
Happening.
Yeah.
Hitting their peak developmentally
Nah.
when they're looking their best and they're just saying, right, that's what we want and we don't want to change it. It's like, but there's a reason. There's a reason why we decay and there's a reason why we have our small time on this earth. To find that connection, sit there, lock in, and then fade away and then pass it on. So pass that
But
process
for,
to somebody
so
else.
for those the 20% of men in China who can never find a woman because there aren't enough women,
Unlucky.
are you just saying well unlucky?
No, I'm
Yeah,
not saying
yeah.
I'm lucky. I'm
What
saying
if there was a solution to get them half of that feeling that T-Roy is talking
I
about?
don't care, bro.
okay. So what you're saying? So they're limiting themselves.
Fuck them, man.
They're
real,
they're
like-
limiting themselves like location wise because if
There's other countries
if,
that's
if
low
location
in
was
females.
if it was that deep for
Low in
them,
male, shall I
they'd be
say.
like, you know what, I'm just gonna go and find somebody
Go
that
Latvia.
loves me.
Latvia.
two crackheads can love each other, you know. So therefore, anyone can find love. Anyone can find love.
Correct.
Brother,
So
100.
it doesn't
I
take
don't
much.
believe that.
Of course they can.
I mean,
I'll pay for that shit.
I don't think that. I don't think that AI should do that. I'm just saying, what if?
No.
I don't think anyone can find love though. I truly don't think that's true.
Everyone can.
Everyone can.
Everyone can.
Everyone can find love.
That just sounds really fairy tale-ish to me.
It's not fairy tale.
Not fairy tale at all.
Okay, so can somebody find someone that they can be attached to on a level that makes them feel safe?
Is that what love is then?
What is love?
It's just an expressive.
I'm
I
asking
didn't
you.
use the word.
I'm asking you.
said
what
anyone can find love.
I defined it. I
I'm
defined
asking
it.
attachment.
you what-
Yeah.
Well, I believe anyone can find attachment. Yeah, that's not
So
the
what
same
is
as
love?
love.
I'm asking you, what is love?
I don't know what love
That's
is.
what it is.
Leanne, you heard that. innit?
Well, yeah, they want to hear it too.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. No more.
It's hard to define. I don't think many people can define it.
It's very
Troy
hard to
did,
define love.
in his way. But yeah, it's attachment could be obsession. Attachment could be
Frequency and proximity.
yeah.
It's intimacy. It's like, of course I am.
And it doesn't have to be sexual either. It literally has to be.
Love has to have sexual parts
Not
to
necessarily.
it. Oh,
For
that,
sure.
not platonic
For
love
sure.
like you're with your family.
No, yeah, not yeah. Well, I know what you mean.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I'm with
guess
you line with that.
you then go into that kind of
It's
physical
that physical
exchange.
exchange.
And
But it
that,
doesn't have to be. You can be in love with somebody without having sexual contact.
Nah,
Only when you get too
I
old.
need to have that connection to.
Why?
But when you get old and that, yeah. And
Like,
you can't
so-
physically do it anymore. That's
No,
different.
but I disagree because, like, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. But what I'm saying is, like, there's get to a point, yeah, where no,
I'm trying wait for this because I want to hear this man land. Because I don't know wherever he's landing, I ain't going to agree. Already. I already know that already. Go
You know what that is?
This guy. 'Cause I want to hear it.
No.
And I want you to land.
But you have to get to a point, yeah,
Yeah.
where you need to have that sexual feeling, like that attraction. So, like, so bro, like.
You're just proving your
No,
just
yeah,
proving your
exactly.
point.
Listen, it's not about sex doesn't have to be the point. Like to get to love. Listen. What I'm
Okay,
saying,
all right, go on. So you're saying you can love one person and have sex with another person?
No, I didn't say love another person. What I'm saying is,
don't know what you're
sex doesn't mean you have love doesn't mean you have to have like sex with somebody.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like you could be with somebody for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Yeah,
8
yeah.
months, whatever. Yeah, you build that relationship with somebody that to the point of like it's like, do you know what? I don't know, my attraction to you physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever it is, yeah.
Yeah.
You can love somebody. You have to beat the girl to feel in love with them. You're trying to say you need to beat the girl to be in love with them, bro.
No.
That doesn't mean that, brother.
You said love doesn't have to be about having sex.
It doesn't have to be about that.
I'm saying to you, if you
Brother.
so you can, all right. So
I could have been with a girl and feel like I love that girl before I have sex with her. 100%.
I think that, and I'm happy to be corrected, men use sex to get physical comfort. And I think
feelings.
women use
Bruv.
women use physical comfort and then enjoy sex.
yes,
Because I think
yes,
that
yes, I
for
agree.
men, we struggle to make sense of our emotions and the way we are socially engineered to kind of be physically connected, smash, whatever, from a young age in terms of the toys we have. And women are designed to be nurturing and caring. So therefore, once they've been nurturing and caring and they've got that capacity, if they want a deeper connection, they can get it through sex. But men get that sex, and then once they've got that, then they feel they can have that contact, that affection, that touching, and whatever. It doesn't. So it just depends. We're socially engineered differently, but we're born exactly the same.
Whereas I feel like if you have sex, whatever, with a girl straight away and then try and build a relationship, you're more likely not to last because you've already had that sexual interconnection. So it's better for me, in my personal opinion, is like you build a relationship, she meets your friends, meets your family, whatever else, then you do kind of that thing, the relationship will last. Because
we're not saying
that goal's already been like, it's like, well, I've already lived with you, so what else have I got to get? But like, I've now had sex with you, I need to now build this relationship, like, and build this connection with you, my boys, you, my family, whatever else. But like,
But sex is not the be all and end all of any relationship, is it?
no, it's not. But I told you, you can
you
fall in love.
You can
I
have
said fall in love about
you have a
sex.
connection, but I still have to have sexual sexual relationship with that person as well. I don't want to be in no relationship where I can't have sexual
I just say
intercourse with
that
that
I
person.
can't have. I just say can't have.
But it's you're then you just extend a 6-month situation to a bloody 1 year situation.
Is love for
No,
you,
1
though?
year, even
No,
3
I'm not
months,
sa- I'm
4
not-
months.
I'm never
What's
saying
that
to me.
whatever?
I'm not saying to anyone, love is for me sex. But I'm saying you can't say sex is not part of that
I agree.
whole.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That
It's
whole
whole of it.
part
But,
of it.
but for me,
Like,
it's
you
like
cannot-
marriage.
How
But for
can
me, it's
you?
like marriage, though. That's the same sort of thing. Like,
No, it's not.
it is because, well, for me, it's
'Cause
like,
I'm not-
for me,
I can look at a girl, like you have a conversation, you connect in and whatnot, you can see, and then later down the line you go, right, I can see this person being more than just this person. It could be my baby mother, could buy a house and have kids and get married to that person.
okay, I'll agree.
But-
okay, and I'll okay. Say I agree
But
with you.
I'm
then,
not.
yeah?
I'm not gonna go marriage. I wouldn't go marry someone before I. Do you know what I mean? Before I form these things, I'm never gonna do
No,
that.
I'm not saying.
first.
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that sex doesn't define. For me, it doesn't define love or the relationship. I think you can have that before the love, before having sex. But then you're saying no, you can't.
No,
So, okay,
we are
so-
agreeing on that.
Yeah.
But
so
we're
so
saying-
whether it takes 6 months, a year, 3 months, whatever it is, because for me personally, like, sex is not something that's hard to find. Like, I can go out tomorrow and find a girl's gonna have sex with somebody.
Right, T.
Like,
But then you're-
no, but in general, like, most people can go out, yeah, man or female, go out and just find a gal, whether she's sexy, not sexy, whatever,
release, yeah.
and to release what you need to release, yeah. But that's not for me. So for me, sex is important. So if I'm gonna lay down with a girl, I can't lay down with a girl like on that night and next week she's gonna be my wife. That can't really run.
But we none of us are saying that. We're saying
no, I'm
we're
just
saying,
I'm just saying that.
We're
I'm just saying that for me.
You can have these connections because you're saying having a connection before you have sex.
I'm just
That's
saying
fine.
make
You
a-
can have these connections.
No,
before
I
you
said
have-
you can make love. No, sorry. I said you can be in love.
I think that
before
there's
you have
a-
sex. You said no.
So to kind of put a spin on it in terms of to make it, I don't know, maybe a bit more kind of higher level or academic, the back part of your brain, the limbic system, the bit that controls all your emotions and all your anger and all that kind of stuff, that's where your kind of lust, your kind of want to have sex with that person sits. The front part of your brain, which is your judgment, your planning, your action, thinking, stuff like
Red
that.
flag.
That's the bit that kind of controls your daily situation. When you go into that lustful space, you know, like if you see an absolutely sexy girl, you're not thinking straight. You're thinking at the back part of your brain. You're looking at them as a sexual object. That's the thing that makes a lot of women like annoyed at guys, because they just see them as a sexual object. So women stay in that frontal space and they rarely tap into that limbic space, and that's when they feel like they want to have sex. Men stay in that limbic space, and we have a harder time trying to come into that frontal space because we would look at otherwise we would look at women and be like, oh man, that's somebody's wife, that's somebody's mum, that's somebody's sister, and we wouldn't even look twice. So we're in a bit of a kind of animalistic primal space, and whether that's socially or historically kind of designed for us, that's just where we are. So we're gonna naturally see things differently, and some people are just how they process that kind of situation. So you're saying you're kind of more frontal lobed.
Yeah, 100%.
And you're saying
I think I can.
It's all limbic, brother.
No.
Yeah, actually, what I mean.
It's
No,
raw.
it's not that you want to be. Yeah.
Bounty killer.
If I'm speaking to you and I feel like we're vibing and the connection is good and
Yeah.
we you know what I mean, our connection is good, then I'm more than happy to. Do you know what I mean? To extend
first
the time.
hour, though. You can do it in the first hour.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can do it in the first hour meeting somebody.
No,
though.
I'm not trying. I would never ever push.
Lies. No, don't put your category.
So
in.
the question, I guess the question for you is,
It's a conversation.
if the women
I
said
didn't
that
mean the
to
first
you,
bilateral.
hold on, but if the women said that to you, T-Roy, if they hold on, let me land this, yeah. So if a woman like a 10 out of 10, yeah.
The spread is hitting the man right.
If a woman was like 10 out of 10, like
Yeah.
mentally on point, and you met her for the first night, and she was like, yep, I want
I couldn't
it.
beat it.
My
You're a
bo-
single
hold on,
person.
no, she's like, my body likes your body, my energy likes your energy,
No.
and I want us to experience
I'm
this.
grown,
this.
man.
Yeah.
When I was 21,
But
yeah,
let's say you
we-
hold on.
We never said age.
But let's say
We
you
never said
did.
age.
grown
Let's say
now.
you did though, yeah?
Yeah.
Could you then develop a relationship with her after that?
Depended.
You just said you couldn't. You said try it before.
Because you did say you would struggle to form.
I said I struggle for a relationship with her.
Why?
Because in my mind, and I don't know whether like. Unless what's the situation, I don't know. But in my mind,
the bungle, yeah.
no, it's not about bungle. In my mind,
that's what it is.
in my mind, I've always had this, and I'll say it straight, yeah.
Okay.
In my mind, I've always had it. If a girl frees it up to me on the first night, she's not wife material. And I've always said that. I've always said
Why?
that.
So what's wrong? So why can't she be like sexually? Why can't she be sexually liberated? Know her body, know what she wants, be mature enough to handle the situation. But you're looking at it and going, "Well, she's not wife material."
That's apprehensive.
For him.
I'm
Not for anybody else, for
she's
him.
a write off.
Yeah.
But I'm apprehensive, bro, because I'm thinking, brother, what? Like, I've liked
That's
you.
powerful,
I've liked you.
bro.
Detective T will come out.
I've liked you, yeah. And I think you're sexy. And bro, that's left my brethrens, come over and chat to you, thinking, bro, this girl's bad, you know. Chat to you, buy you a little drink at the bar, and boom, blip shit. Yeah, come and go home tonight, brother. I'm baffled.
Yeah,
I'm looking at you thinking,
Imagine that's your first time meeting this person. It's not like it's not like it's someone you know
For
and
years.
you've been talking to, blah blah blah, and you're out one night and you know what I mean. That's a different situation.
Yeah.
That changes the context of it. You go somewhere and you meet somebody. This is the first time you meet this person, and they put it on you. And then you then go back and
I think there's
no girl should know that.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
I think
She don't know me.
I think there's a difference between like knowing the situation and them going, yeah, this is a night, and yeah, cool, but and then them giving it to you, and then you never seen her again or whatever. But if they're like, look, you know what, the vibe's been good, we've been chatting for an hour, like you've locked off your friends, you've been talking to this girl for an hour, conversations are good, something aligns internally, you go back to hers and that happens, like you're just going to ruin all of that potential just because like she's
I could be a serial killer. I could be. She don't know what my personality is, my background or nothing. I could have sold her a dream.
There's some liberated. Well, then obviously you're going under false pretenses then.
Yeah, but what's that? She don't know that. So she needs, like, for me, I need to get to know you and understand you. Like, I'm not saying I need to meet your fucking family and like, you know what I mean, whatever. But I need to like,
maybe I've heard too many like.
with him.
Maybe I've heard too many stories where women.
I'm apprehensive. If this girl lets me,
with you,
if this girl lets me beat on the first day and the first time I met her, yeah, I'm looking sideways, bro. I've given it in too easy. Like,
do you understand how powerful that is for a woman to let
nothing.
a man inside of them?
Yeah.
That's not some easy thing.
Brother, I don't know.
This is what we're saying.
Oh, brother, so get it, man, it easy, man.
So rotten. You know what? This is
the bungle line right now.
I mean, what's that? This girl's a corner man.
This is-
This girl's a corner man.
Ring.
Nah, don't want that. No, but you know what I mean?
For me, if this is the first night I've ever meeting you.
You know what I mean? Like,
First time I ever meeting you, and you asked me to come back to your hotel, and we then have sexual intercourse. I can't then look at you. That's me.
That's wife. That's
Like
wife.
not every guy's gonna think that. Some guys may think, "Rash, she's Chris. I'm gonna try and hold it down or
Yeah,
whatnot." But I in my head, I'm like, who else says that? Has she's done this too?
Yeah.
That's how I'm looking at. I can't.
I'm with you, Ash.
I can't get the process out of my head. That's the process of my
But
head.
do you see like where this kind of objectifying like
Yes, I do.
women, because it's like why can't they be like, I really like this person, and hopefully the conversation and everything has been going on, and now I'm going to share my body with them because my body believes that we can get past this and we can make it deeper, we can make it more intense.
Troy, is there anything in what Ashwell and Tiro are saying, and I kind of partially, I would agree with them depending on the day you ask me, right? Is there something in like us, because we, men and women, I guess, but men, we like to be the problem solver. We like to, it's like a puzzle, isn't it? Like if you don't want a puzzle that you're just going to be able to solve with two pieces, you enjoy understanding and getting to a point rather than the point just coming to you.
It goes back to what I said. Men will be like, okay, I will get my physical contact through this sex, and when I get all of that, there's nothing else for me to have. So the brain said, conquered. But if you say, you know what, maybe there is more that I can now explore, and sex doesn't become the thing
Yeah.
that is the most important bit. It's like, yes, the sexual part has been solved or resolved because you know that that person feels safe enough to offer that to you. Yeah, probably loads of guys, but they were like, I've chosen you. And I think that there's something about the brain likes to kind of solve complex problems. And once it's solved it, the brain shrinks again.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it does. So it's just like, oh, okay, well, I've got this. My brain doesn't have to work any harder than this. Done.
And I've got.
Yeah.
I've
Then
got-
we're looking. Then they're looking for the next thing.
Yeah.
But it's just like, no, let your brain work harder. Try and understand that woman. Try and understand all her pains and all her points. If
then
you're
I
just
have
thinking
that-
on a sexual front, then anyone's just a.
But then I
conquest.
get more excitement knowing that like
You got to work for it.
yeah,
Not
just
work for it, but I
work
hear
for
you.
the
No, but I
sense,
hear
in
you,
the
I hear
sense.
you.
But
I hear
like we're going on dates and I'm trying to figure you out. You know what I mean?
Yes,
And you're
yes.
trying to figure me out. We're
I
not
understand
doing
what's
this
going
in
on.
The space got to be right as well, like
Yeah.
and see where their mind is at. So their mind's got to be.
Yeah.
Then it's
Do you
just.
know what I mean?
It's
Then
just.
you're trying to find that connection. Oh,
It's
sorry.
just attachment for me.
Yeah, so you have to find that. I feel like you have to find that connection because then when you do eventually have sex, then I feel it's impacted more.
Yes, I agree, Ash.
It's got more of a
Yeah.
for me. It has more of a deeper
Deeper feeling.
connection and feeling.
Yeah.
and then I feel deeper connection with that person.
Yeah.
Than me. Do you know what I mean? Like for me, if I do it on the first night, I don't have that deeper connection. I
Yep.
can't look at you in the same context. If you're always like going on a few dates, and I'm like, I feel this certain way about you now because now I know you kind of tell me what you're about. Obviously, you still don't know this person because you're still learning about this person, but you're going off what that person's saying. You're like, right, this person like intrigues me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that excitement and that intriguement that makes you want to go, I want to see this person again. I want to do other things with this person. I want to plan these things with this person. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
listen.
To that lead up to that.
I'll get you, because for me, it's like, I don't know, like, I don't know, my mindset says to me, like, if I want sex, yeah, let's break it down to just sex only, yeah? If I want sex, I can get sex because there's bare gal out there who just want sex. There's bare man out there who can get sex with
Yeah.
gal. Like it's just, sex is just a sex thing. Like people go out clubbing on a Saturday night, Friday night, whatever it is, and they draw a gal or they draw a man and they just have sex. So that's not me. Like if I'm gonna be intimate with somebody, the intimacy has to lead into something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, there's no point me doing that.
But what you've just said was, if I have sex, that can't lead on to anything else.
No, I need it to lead on something else.
Then why
I
can't you
can't
just open the experience to say, I've had sex with that person. Listen, this isn't my concrete belief. I'm trying to just be flexible, and because I
No, I can't
parts of
just
me
be, man.
parts
I
of me
can't just be,
agree,
man.
but why can't it be? I want to have sex with you, and I want to understand and make this.
Yeah, I hear
But
that.
then, all right, if
But I
that's-
think if a girl gets to be on the first night, she's not looking for
if
that.
that's what you want, you can have that conversation with that person on that night and say, "Look, this, you know, I enjoy our conversation. Can we table this for tomorrow?" And then try and have this conversation again.
And what is the time frame when you're thinking about this conversation? Because I'm thinking, like, if I meet a girl, whatever, and we go out, we're having a coffee or we're just chilling in a
Yeah.
bar, like there's nothing loud or mad
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on.
Just like
We're just chilling.
chill
You
vibe.
spend a couple of hours, 2-3 hours, you're getting to know each other, and it's a deep conversation. And she's just like, look, I really like you. I really like this. I think everything's going well.
We did say that's gonna happen.
See that?
We
Hold
did
on.
say keep that in the pod too. Keep that in the pod.
Eli, that should be the opening. That should be the opening thing.
Yeah, on the pod.
That should be the opening.
I make sure you say it to him. Say it. Rewind the bit that you said. We know maybe I should move that.
And he's like, no, give me back my glass.
Yeah.
So when I said, I
know
wonder
what you
what age we're thinking about this question, because like you said, Eli, at that age, it's deliberate. They have made that decision, and they are mind, soul, and body in it.
Yeah.
So when they say you are going to be with me, they've made a choice and in every aspect, you know, in terms of like how I want this person to fit in my life. They've thought ahead, or at least they've thought, am I mature enough to deal with this? And if this guy says to me, no, I don't want any more, they would have hopefully sniffed that out. And if the guy's lying and if he's on some douchebag stuff and he's trying to kind of like just get him into bed, then that's on him.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
So, okay, before we wrap up, I want to know what you think the future, like, how do we, you obviously want to solve problems. That's your whole career now in life. What is your ideal future for you? Like, what are you doing and how are people looking to be healthy?
So even though it's been a long time coming and it's been the future for me is opening up the kind of content that I kind of deliver. So I hope to kind of, you know, get more kind of vocal on social media because I think that there's a way of working with mental health and well-being. There's too much of there's still a stigma. There's still a horrible stigma. You know, people are still afraid. People are still looking left or right when they come into my office. And it should be the same as like when you had beaten on here. There should be no fear to treat it like a something physical, like a pulled hamstring. Yeah. So I am desperately working with as many people from different cultures to make sure that stigma is broken. So that someone could be like, oh yeah, I've just been to see my therapist.
I think it's more normalized now, though. I think it's more normalized for people to go and see a therapist or have a therapist.
I think in the biggest scheme of things, because like you see it in like is it Blackish and stuff like that and TV shows. Therapists, But I think when you think globally, but you've got to act locally. I think on a local level, in the black community and black culture, there's still a generation. You know, I don't know if many people from the black community 15 years up would be looking at it like, no, I'm not going to see something.
Definitely wouldn't.
So I think our generation and down, that's where I'm trying to work at because we deserve it. We need it. It's important for us. You know, even though we you know, most of us are parents or whatever, but I think like there's still opportunities for you to kind of look and say, how do I want to raise my kids if that's what you choose to do or whatever. And I think we need that. We need to kind of break some of those generationals. And I despise this phrase, I got beat and I turned out okay. Because I sit with so many people that are not okay, that are definitely not okay, that are still trying to make sense of that physical abuse. And it is, because it's not consensual. So it's like, working through that and making it as clean as possible. Making it so that I don't have to sit here with anyone's children that I know and saying, my mum and dad did this to me and I didn't like it. So I've got to kind of work with that generation. So that's what I'm trying to do. Hearts and minds.
Nice.
That's all I'm trying to do.
I love that.
Nice one, Troy. Thanks for coming on pod today.
Love
Don't leave it another 5 years. Do not leave it another 5 years. And there might be some announcements anyway that we might be making sometime soon, Troy, anyway. So we'll talk about that later. Anyway, we're out for this week. Where are the keys at? See you later. Peace.